Good Shabbos, everyone. Welcome to another video of Devar Torah. What's interesting about this week's Parshat is it represents a complete left turn, a change in the way the Torah gives exposition. Because we sort of move from the narrative elements of the Torah, stories of Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Exodus, all of that stuff, and we get into heavy ritual description. It talks about the building of the Mishkan. And so sometimes it can seem a little far and distant from us because we've never been to such a place. We've never been to a temple. We've never seen the tabernacle. It was destroyed 2,000 years ago. It just feels like there's this chasm. But I want to describe it for you in a slightly different way. If you think about it, everything that has happened from the moment that Abraham heard God's call until this moment has been sort of individual action. There have been individual agents. There has been Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. There's been Moshe. There's been the foot of the mountain, going up, getting the 10 commandments. All of that is really individual action. This is the first time that the children of Israel, the entire Jewish community, are organized to be able to work together in a combined and collective effort to do something. And what's interesting is that that is the ritual piece. The ritual piece is constructed by combined effort. And later on, when we see Jerusalem as a concept, it is not just a ritual center, but it is that center which collects the combined efforts of everyone. The farmers are meant to bring their first produce to Jerusalem to share it with other people. It is supposed to be this center where everybody's collected efforts unite and build this greater and grander community. And I think that that is an essential ingredient. That in a way, the lesson here is when God says, I want you to worship, he says, I need everybody to have a place. I need everybody to have a job. I need everybody to contribute. I need this to be a place where your collected efforts come together. And in many ways, that is the single great value proposition of a synagogue. That even if you sometimes don't feel the energy and the emotional drive of the prayers, it's important to be in that room because this is the place where the collected energies of the Jewish people come together. This is where the funds are raised for charities. This is where Hebrew Free Loan comes to remind us that this is a mitzvah. This is a place where Federation comes on, on the high holidays to tell us about the mission of the community. These are the fabrics, the structures where individual jobs, loans, all sorts of acts of intercommunity and interpersonal kindness come together. They come together because that really is what the worship space is. The worship space is a place where God, Hashem says, I need you to come together because I need everybody's efforts in this. I can't do this alone. I can't do this without every single corner of the community being present, being demanded upon, giving his or her skill, his chisel, his pen, his sewing needle, or her sewing needle, her shekel, her donation to make this a greater and grander community. And I want you to just take away this idea that that is what the synagogue is. In fact, we don't call it a Beit Tefillah, we call it a Beit Knesset, a place of gathering, because maybe just as important as the fact that we call out to Hashem is the fact that we gather in together. Shabbat Shalom.